Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Nice, dude. Nice. I liked it. That was good. That reminded me, man, I don't know, something in there reminded me of something, man. Were you singing something?
Oh man, I was.
Were you
doing
channeling somebody?
I was channeling that war.
There you go. That's right. We just listened to that. Yeah.
No one gets you down.
Right.
Don't let no one get you down. It's kind of apropos.
Right.
For everything that's going on right now.
Right, man. How's your week been treating you?
It's been okay, man. It's been okay. You know, it's another week.
Right.
Not as crazy as last. I think people are starting to kind of settle.
Right.
Into the,
the new norm.
Well,
in the sense,
hunkering down and getting back to the grizzly. Either people are staying home or, they're doing their thing.
Yeah, I definitely felt a little bit better, a little bit just kind of like what you said, man, just kind of hunkering down, just kind of chilling out, I mean, you're probably one of the, contact that I've had the most of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we 6 feet apart, we should be good.
Yeah, around there. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? At this point, I mean, this is what it is. As long as people are staying safe, man.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Staying safe and, staying.
Yeah. Finally getting into some sort of routine, for just being at home.
Yeah.
Minus the work and stuff. And,
yeah.
I know a lot of people are working from home. My company's not doing that, but they're taking care of us still. So,
if you're not, you know what? And I would say this, man, if you're not being taken care of, man, voice that opinion, try to figure out what you can do to be taken care of. I saw something today where, some of the citizens in New York, are renting apartments or whatever they're renting. And they've caught wind of, whoever's renting to them, right? Having mortgage forgiveness through this time, but they're still charging these people rent. So if you have that going on, man, you go out there and you fucking say something, man.
Right.
You figure out what avenues you have to do, go through so that you can, get taken care of, man, because especially for the places like California, Florida, New York, the Northwest, Washington area, where these cases are obviously climbing to an extreme. You want to make sure that you're taken care of,
Right. Yeah.
So hopefully that happens.
Yeah. Just hunker down.
Be safe.
Man, yeah, man. We'll all get through
lots
this.
Lots of sanitizer, lots of social distancing. Don't be an idiot. Go out to the fucking beach or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, be smart about this shit.
Right. Yeah, especially you youngins out there. If there's anybody young listening to this, man, just know that you could be a carrier or not,
Yeah.
You can infect your grandparents or...
Yeah. And I think for the most part, most people kind of get what's going on.
Oh, for sure.
But there's always those few, man, that are just like, they just, for whatever reason, man, they just can't get it out of their head that.
Right.
Stay your ass at home, dog.
Right, dude. Yeah. Just chill out, man.
Yeah, man.
That's all good. Just chill. So you got anything for me, man? You got anything you want to bring up before we get started, or
No, man. I mean, I just, me, I've been on this battle rap.
I know you have, man. We just watched a really good one, by the way, man. That was really good, dude. That was really good.
Man, Geechee Gotti and Rum Nitty versus K-Shine and DNA, and people who are not privy to battle rap. But if you are a hip hop fan, just pure hip hop fan, you gotta check out this battle rap stuff I'm talking about.
Right.
It's a whole nother level of artistry.
Yeah.
Especially what we watched today with a 2-on-2 battle.
I love the 2-on-2 battle, man.
That was crazy, man.
I
That was crazy.
I love the way they would swap
The
lines,
back
but
and
then
forth.
yeah, but then one might take over for a couple bars, and then and then go for another couple bars, or they would say a word and then another word and another word and another. I love the way they kind of chop that up, and
that was a great battle too.
oh man, that was so good.
Amazing.
It
Battle.
was very entertaining. Very.
That was awesome.
If you're into that, I would definitely check that out, man. It's pretty cool. So.
Other than that, man, I just staying mindful, staying positive, staying mindful of other people.
Right.
Not getting too depressed and stressed out during these times. Reach out to people. I think that's about it, man.
Right. Cool. That's all we got for you today. So we'll see
all right,
you next time.
We'll see y'all next week.
See ya.
Shit.
All right, man. I've been on this thing of thought experiments, so we're gonna go down.
Okay.
So back in the day, man. Just bear with me for a minute. Okay. So, Plato and all those Greek philosophers and stuff, they always came up with, I don't want to say parables because that's more of like a faith, Christianity type of thing. It's more of like a thought experiment of, giving somebody and telling them a story and going, what do you think about this story? But it gets deeper, as you go along. So I'm going to tell you, and I'm paraphrasing here. I don't know it beat by beat, but so Theseus was like a captain of a ship. It was his ship back in the day. So it goes, his ship, taking pieces of planks of wood that are getting old and warped and stuff, right? And then you take those pieces of wood and you put them away, put new pieces of wood on them, and you start doing this, over time. And so as you're changing all these different planks of wood, then all the pieces that you did save in a storage unit, let's just say, right?
Okay.
That, I figured out how to get rid of the mold or the warping of the wood, and you build an exact replica of that wood, that old wood, into a new ship. Which ship is the real ship? You get what I'm saying? So you changed all the wood on his ship, right? Took all the old wood off, put it away. Then sometime later you build another ship
with the
original wood. Which ship is the original one? There's a point to this, by the way.
They both are. They're both original.
Right. No, yeah, you're right. They're both the same ship, is what you're saying?
No, they're both different ships that.
So what's the original one?
They both are.
They can't. You can only pick one.
How?
Exactly.
Ships.
But technically they're the same ship.
How?
It's just one.
If you took one ship, okay,
all right,
and broke it down piece by piece,
right,
and replaced it with new material,
right,
brand new material,
right.
Even if it's the same setup, it's still its own ship. Now, if you kept the pieces of the old ship, okay,
right,
cleaned them up, and created a whole different ship,
right,
that's its own. They are both their own.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me equate it to. No, yeah, no. There's really no.
I'm trying to figure out.
No. There's no right or wrong answer, by the way.
Okay.
On thought experiments, there's no right or wrong answer.
Okay.
So, I don't have a right answer for you. There's actually not one. There's people that say no, that the one that was slowly changed piece by piece it's still the original. It's still the original ship. It's still his ship. It's still the OG. It's still the original one.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm with that.
But other people that look at it, just the way you look at life in a way, right?
So they look at the other ship as the original ship
Because it's the original pieces,
Okay.
right? But let me equate it to a human aspect of stuff,
Okay.
of things here. And so if we as humans, our cells only last for so long, right?
Correct.
So your cells reproduce. I don't remember the time frame, so please forgive me. It's like, some last a certain amount of time, but like let's just say like 5 to 7 years, your cells change. Are you the same? Are you now a different? It's still the same thing. It's being replaced by new cells. So all those other ones are gone, basically. So have you changed as a person?
Yes.
Right.
It's fact.
Right. So that's basically what this thought experiment is. It's about change.
Okay, but
in your life.
that you is still you.
Is it?
Yes, it's a part of your fabric.
So another along the same lines.
You just
I was when I was reading. Hold on, I'll get there.
All right.
So they did an analogy of like Star Trek. Remember how they would beam somebody from, say the ship to the planet, back to the planet to the ship, whatever.
Right.
Right?
I'm listening.
So every time they beamed you died. Because you basically dematerialized yourself and put it back together with new product.
Okay.
Each time you died. And are you are you still the same person? Are you a different person? It's equated basically to the same. I love your face, by the way, because
what?
Right, exactly. So when you die or when you get beamed, all those everything about you is basically
turned into particles.
And just basically is gone, and then new particles reimagine you with all your.
They reimagine you?
Do they reappear you? I don't know how that.
Or do they
works.
take the same particles and put you back together?
No, they're not the same particles. They're different particles.
What are you talking about? I'm so lost.
Are you?
I'm with you, but how? Okay, go ahead. I'm listening. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna let you dissect this so I can fully comprehend. So you get beamed, okay? And so the first time you get beamed, that's the you that's always been you. That's the first time you get beamed.
Right.
Then you get beamed and it breaks you down and then it reimagines your particles.
Right.
What happened with the old particles?
Space, dead, died.
so no, it ain't you. That is the very definition of that's not you no more.
Yeah, but it keeps all your memories.
It still ain't you.
Keeps you all intact.
So every time you beam, you getting cloned.
Basically is what it's like. Okay. Right? You're getting cloned over and over and over and over and over and over again. This is funny, dude.
Okay. But how does that equate to you growing as a person?
It doesn't. It's just another, it's basically like you're shedding, you're changing as a person is more of the shipbuilding thing. As you take a plank of wood and you take it away and you replace it with, something new. Say as a person, you change a thought, right? Mm. Or you change something about yourself. And then basically you rebuild the ship. You are constantly rebuilding your own ship. Are you the same person that you were when you were 20 to now when you're 33?
Of course not. But that being said, like...
But then can they take all the old particles from you that you were beamed that you weren't using because you changed them. So is that person really you? Or are you the real you now?
You're the real you. You are who you are in that moment.
Right.
So if the ship, bear with me.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm getting what you're saying about the ship.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
My only problem is they say they're going to rebuild. They're going to use the old parts. So you can't.
Not in the
So
human.
the original.
Not in the human,
so
human
if
form,
you're saying
right,
the
but-
original ship, if this ship was made,
Mhm.
right,
Mhm.
and as things start to break down, wear down, right, you replace them with new parts, new wood, whatever.
Right.
Then that is the original ship. But it was always the original ship. As you transition, the real you is the real you today.
Right.
There is never a point in your life where you are not you. You understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. I got
So
you.
I cannot go back and say, well, the 21-year-old me is not the real me. Well, it was. It's not me now, but that is the real me. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And that broken wood and those broken parts that I had to replace
Mm-hmm.
or repair are just as much of me, right,
Mhm.
as the things that I've added to the ship that weren't a part of the original build,
Right.
but just things I did to spruce the ship up,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
So that's my answer.
Okay. No, I was,
The real you, the real
Yeah,
you
yeah.
is you.
I mean,
It's you
that's why
at whatever moment.
that's why I brought the question, because I was really curious about how you would see that, basically that particular thought experiment.
What do you think?
Yeah, they're both you. They're both.
Do you think did you think the you today is any more of a real you today than you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago?
Yeah. See.
You
so
think
if you
so?
could rebuild myself 5 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
it would be no longer me. Let's go back to the. Let's go back to. I just thought of something.
Okay.
So bear with me here.
Okay. I'll stay
So
with you.
if I know we're talking about time travel last podcast, but I'm going to go back to that real quick. So if you went, let's just say back 5 years and you talked to yourself,
Mhm.
I don't even think you would recognize yourself.
Oh, I
Like even look wise, nothing.
100% agree.
And I
with
think
you.
that's the same thing. So, like, because you've changed, you should, anyways. Most humans should change, pretty much on a regular basis,
on a daily basis.
of learning new things, improving things.
I think it's the wrong word. Change is one thing. Grow is a different. It's
Right,
totally different.
right.
So you should grow
But
on a daily basis.
right,
And part of growing is changing
change.
some things.
right.
But you can change and not grow.
That is very true. That's right. You
Okay.
can change something and not grow.
You can change
Right,
and not grow.
Mhm.
So it's two different things.
right.
Okay, so go ahead. My bad. So you can grow. I didn't
Did
mean
I
to
say
interrupt.
grow?
You said change, but
Uh-huh.
I wanted to
Okay.
explain the difference between the two.
Right. No, I'm with you.
Okay.
I'm with you 100% on that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyways.
So you go back 5
So,
years.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you went back 5 years and, yeah, that was the real me 5 years ago, like you were saying. But, that me 5 years ago would not recognize the me 5 years in present time. Like, if I went back and right now, went back 5 years, the 5 year younger me would not recognize the me now. And then if I tried to tell myself, hey, I learned something,
of course.
you would be like, I don't care. In a sense, you would be like, yeah, but that hasn't happened to me. Why would I have to learn? I don't have to learn that right now. Or
I don't know. I don't
or
know.
I
I don't know.
I don't have to change that about myself right now.
Yeah, but would you want to?
See, and that's the thing. I think, like you could pick any time of your life, right? And something changes. So let's just say you make a big move. Let's take, like your big move from California to Arizona or Arizona to California.
Both were huge, right?
Those are big turning points in your life.
Yes.
That was
very, very much so.
That was a big change in your guys' life,
Mm-hmm.
in your life and your family's life.
Mm-hmm.
But if, say, when you moved back to AZ, right? When you did,
Mm-hmm.
and for whatever reasons that you did, but if you talked to yourself while you were living in California and you were there for what, almost 10 years, like 9 years or something like that?
Yeah, when I went back to
when
California.
You went back,
yeah.
Right.
It was like 10 years.
Say year 4, you time traveling, you went back, you said, time is now to go. You were talking to yourself. You would probably be like, no, it's not. And you're like, yeah, trust me. Houses are, for whatever reasons.
Right.
You could pick and choose reasons why. But I don't think you would listen to yourself. I don't think that change didn't happen, for you because you're not going to listen to yourself about change.
But you're not going to listen to anybody about change if you don't want to.
Right. That's the thing.
But listening to yourself, it's not going to change anything. You either
but
are
right. That's why it's two different people. Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't be where you are today without the fabric of what you had yesterday.
Correct.
So there's no, you know what I mean? And even if my tomorrow self walked in the door right now and said, look, these 10 things are going to happen to you tomorrow and they're going to be fucked up. Try to avoid them. You know what would happen? I'd still run right smack in, even if I tried to avoid them.
Yeah.
They'd still be there.
Right.
So there's nothing you can do, right?
Maybe. I think you could.
No, you can't. You can't, because the only thing you can do is what you do today.
So what you're saying, there's
to improve upon.
Yeah, but then what you're saying is there's a predetermined path that you're set on, is what you're telling me then.
I believe I believe somewhat, yes. But I also believe that you're going to make the choices that you're going to make regardless.
Yeah, but I mean, but you brought up a good point though, because you have to be, it doesn't matter who it is. You could take yourself. I said yourself because you might listen to yourself more than anybody else, right?
Right.
Except for maybe your mother, your father, whoever you're close with, you might, listen to make a change, right? But if you were willing to make that change,
but that's all a personal thing that you have to do. That's predetermined.
See, I don't know that
mental.
I don't know if that's predetermined.
How not?
It's predetermined how? Like, what do you mean?
It's whatever your character is today. However you solve things, however you think about things, right? Mm-hmm. However you break down problems or issues or things that are going on around you. Okay?
Right.
You're going to attack a problem, an issue the same way every time. Doesn't matter the problem. Unless you make a willing decision to mentally and personally attack it or go about it a different way. So if I give you 5 issues, all 5 issues are different, okay? And I tell you, here's the outcome. Unless you're mentally capable of changing the way you think to solve those problems, when you are faced with them, the outcome will always be the same. It is a personal decision to change the mind state. Therefore, that's how we grow. You could not give me the same problems that I'm going through today at 21.
Right.
Because I was not mentally. Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
Sorry, I'm going off, but I mean, that's how I feel.
But you said something really, because you said grow. I'm not talking about grow. I'm talking about making a change. You said to grow as a person, right? And I was with you in the beginning, because grow and change are two separate things, right? But to make a change, that's why I brought up California, because that's not necessarily a mental change, or it could be to some sort of extent, but you're making a change from moving from one location to the next location
with the idea of growth.
Maybe not.
No, it's not. It's not maybe. Okay. Not all the time. I agree with you. You can make a change that could be ill-informed, ill-advised. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And if you're just making a change to make a change that's not really beneficial towards you, and you know that the outcome is almost not going to be beneficial towards you, okay? There's no real opportunity of growth. You're just making this change just to be a dumbass. That's one thing. If you make a change based on the opportunity to grow, you say, okay, the risks are this, and this could happen. But if I do this correctly, I could be here.
Right.
Okay. Then that is a change based on growth, because you would have to get yourself to a point mentally where you have to say, I've attacked this problem this way, this so many times. Same results. I need to attack it a different way. And I don't know what the results are going to be, but I'm banking on them getting me a better result than I had today.
Right.
Cool.
I'm with you. Yeah. I was with you. I'm just saying, not all change is growth, though. You know, I mean,
100%.
Yeah. I mean, even, I mean, it could be even like changing a job because, for whatever, and it could be nothing. It doesn't have to do with money. It could be just location. It could be, I got to get on the west side of town because I'm all the way on the east side.
Right.
And I want to move, or whatever. Moving.
You could be in the same company, different location.
Right.
Get to the different location and realize, damn, I'd rather drive a half an hour because my opportunity was better at this location than it is here.
Right. And it's just a change that's not really, helping you grow necessarily. It's just a change that maybe could benefit your commute or, a different factor.
But you still make the decision based on the opportunity to get better, to have something better.
So my next question would be, why do people, myself included, hate change? Why do we hate change? Why do we buck change?
Because
change
is unknown.
Basis. Right.
Change is funny, man. Change is the one thing that we know that's unknown. Change is something that we know is going to happen.
Right. Look at our current situation. Well, look at our current situation, right?
Well, here's what we know.
Right.
Here's what we know. Tomorrow cannot be like today. Can there be similarities? Am I still going to go to work at the same time, get off at the same time? But the way that day is going to transpire is going to be different than yesterday or today. Correct? So we know tomorrow, between today and tomorrow, is going to change. This is a fact. This is what we know. Okay?
Okay.
But if we don't focus on the change, right? And we take the regularity of the things that we do, okay? And the repetitiveness of the things that we do, and the, what's the word I'm looking for? You just said it to me the other day too, of the, the routine.
Routine, yeah.
Thank you. The routine. I'm like, it's an R.
That's you.
I
you
said
got
too
it.
many
You
goddamn
got
R
it.
words. That regularity.
Right.
The one word I needed was routine. Routine of the things that we do. That keeps our mind off change. Now, when you present change to us, then we focus on the unknown.
So it freaks us out
it freaks us out.
Right, because we're like, I don't want to go down this road because I'm not used. I don't know what's down this road.
Facts.
Yeah.
So you can walk out your door. You can walk out your front door every morning.
Right.
And you don't know what the fuck is on the other side of that door, but you're banking on there's nothing on the outside of that door. Now, if I told you that your life may change by you walking outside of that door, okay? You'd be like, well, what do you mean? What's out there?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Is there something on the other side? Is there somebody out there? Is there? Your life is going to change. When in reality, every time you walk out the door, that's a fact.
So every day we're changing planks of wood on our ship.
Every day we're changing planks of wood. Unknowingly. It's when we have to focus on the fact that we do have to change those planks is when we become afraid to change those planks.
Right.
Okay? And when we make the decision, okay, that it's necessary to change those planks for the opportunity of it being better, whether it turns out that it's better or not, is when we grow. Because every time we make those decisions, it puts something away in our head that, man, even if it didn't turn out the way we wanted it to, wasn't as bad as we thought it could be. Isn't it always the case?
Almost always.
You could freak yourself out
where
about, oh my God, these are the possibilities. This is what's going to happen. Then you go through it. Then you walk through the fucking door.
And you were like,
it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
That was easy.
It's
or
still
whatever.
bad. I still got some shit I need to clean
well,
up.
Right. It could go that way or it could go, man that's like
really turned out.
That's nothing. That was nothing, man. I freaked myself out for however long, all day, just to get to that point. How many times have you know, I mean, I know I've done it where you like put off a phone call or something, you're like, and you wait all damn day, dude, all day. And then you make the call and you're like, oh shit, dude, that wasn't bad at all. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
how about like
it's the same
how about
thing
like
about
not
change.
trying to go home when you're a kid and you know you finna get your ass whooped.
Right.
Now the result of that was always the same. God damn. That was always as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Nah, but yeah, man, I think that once we get rid of the word change, man, or accept it. I think if we accept it, but we got to understand what we're changing for.
Right.
When we make those hard decisions.
And that's why I asked you the question, why do you think we buck change? Because, you know, it could be something even at work, man. Like they're changing a particular policy. Dude, even check out what's going on right now. You know, because I said on the top of the show, like, hey, you know, it's weird how you get normalized to your climate that's happening. Am I a little bit bored? Of course. You know, sitting at home, not doing much, watching some TV, you know, but then it almost becomes routine. And then, but for some reason, you accepted the change, and the change that we're living, the climate that we're living in now has changed, and it's going to change again.
Right.
And how is it going to change? I don't know. Is there new policies going to be in place from the government, from the state, from from your job, from music venues to restaurants to, I mean, just go down the list. You know, what is it going to be? Well, eventually there is going to be change. The thing is why do we buck it so much when it's going to happen?
Well, I don't think it's a bad thing to buck change if you feel it's not in your best interest, but you also have to you have to break down whatever it is that's changing down to the pros and cons. Right? What are the pros and cons? Okay? And what could happen versus what could happen. Yeah,
but then aren't you just playing a what if game?
That's change in general.
Yeah, well, I know, but I'm just saying. But I mean, I think that can maybe lead you down a road that you don't want to go down.
How? You have to understand it. You have to understand it. You have to understand it. You can't make any decision to change anything without understanding where it's going to take you. Now, where we have an issue is when we let the potential negative outcome outweigh the positive outcome. If the positive outcome is something that's going to be so positive for us, if that happens, that it bucks the negative outcome. But you have to understand both.
Well, I mean, right. And I get I get what you're saying when it comes to that positive and negative of a change, because it could go either way.
Right.
But I think, I think because what popped in my mind when you said pros and cons was actually taking a piece of paper and writing pros and cons and then, writing it down, but I for some reason, for me personally, that doesn't work for me. That just doesn't. That doesn't necessarily. So when I might think about stuff, but I think it comes. I don't think it comes to like, okay, so I don't have to call this person pro. It could go this way. Con, it could go that way. And then I don't do. I take the paper, writing it down, whatever. Right. I'm just saying in my head, I don't do that. I typically, if I'm worried about change, that negative is going to be a hell of a lot longer than the positive. And then
why though?
I think because of because it's something that is going to change, something's going to happen. And as much as I like to think myself as a really positive person, those negative things come into play of, oh shit, man, I don't know about this change, man. And then it just goes, it's like a slippery slope, man. Everything kind of goes down and it goes negative. But it's almost always never the case.
That it's negative?
That it's negative.
It's almost never ever the case.
No, I didn't say ever.
No, I'm just saying it's almost never the case. That is that far negative.
Correct. Yes, right. I see what you're saying now. Yeah. So yeah, it might be negative, but it might be not as negative as you think it is. Where your mind, because of that what if. So
right.
That's why like the pros and cons thing, like it's, for me, I've learned, right? Something I've changed about myself. If something, it needs to be changed, and unless it's a really big, I'm not talking about big life stuff here. I'm just talking about something, I typically try to make that change fairly quickly. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's get it done.
Okay, so give me for instance.
Let me think of something recently. You have something recently? And I can give you something maybe recently.
Of change?
Yeah.
Let me think. I don't know. I feel like I'm forever changing. So there's always things that I mean my ability to maybe channel my aggression a little bit different through meditation and through thinking things through. That's been a change that I've haven't fully embraced and haven't fully understood yet, but because I'm the type of person where if things upset me, I use that as fuel to attack a situation. So if I get upset, I have learned to use that as a way to overcome a situation, right?
Right.
So it's hard for me to let that go because that has been a tool that I've always had of, okay, I'm not snapping anymore. I'm going to use that aggression, channel in, and go.
Right. I gotcha.
But it's also been a thing that has brought me down in the long run because of it's been hard for me to turn that shit off when I needed to turn it off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It takes a long time for that fucking program to boot down. So, and I've noticed that me being a little bit more calm has allowed me to attack issues better as far as thinking them through and coming up with a solution. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So
Hold on.
Yeah,
I just want to say, by the way, my voice is a little crackled because I've been watching battles.
And you've been spitting bars.
And I've been spitting bars. And I've been going, that's crazy. About 115 times a day. So my voice sounds a little different. My bad. Go ahead, man.
I think it sounds good, man. You know?
Don't start this shit again, bro.
No, dude. I'm just saying.
No,
I think we talked about this before, man.
I think it sounds delicious.
Man, I wish. Man, why'd you go down that damn road? You
shit,
put that
bro.
damn lotion on again. You smell delicious. What the hell's wrong with you? Shit. Damn, man.
Shit. Oh my god.
I wasn't even gonna go
bro.
down that road,
I
man.
know, I'm
You gotta
fucking
bring
with
that shit up. Ah, dang, man.
Shit. All right. My bad. Go ahead.
Actually, the biggest change would be this what we're doing. Would be the most.
Yeah.
I remember when we first started this, how much I mean the range of emotions and the negative of it, which I probably never even like spoken to you even about of like
bit, but
yeah, I mean, but like, man, fuck this. I don't know. I'm not sure I want to do this. I don't, even the camera, how terrifying, and then quickly the changes have I made, and I noticed like, just get the fuck over it already. Like you either going to do it and succeed at it, or you're going to do it and fail at it, or you're going to fail and keep going until you can't go any further. So I would say that would be the biggest thing. At least recently in my life, I haven't had any really big life changes necessarily. I mean, other than what the hell's going on, just with our climate, I mean, we're constantly taking change hour by hour, minute by minute.
Right.
So, I mean, it's constantly changing this, so I would say, it's important to change.
It's a
necessity.
It's a foregone conclusion that's going to happen.
Right. But be careful what planks you put into your ship.
Yes.
That's it.
100%.
Yeah.
Be careful what you replace.
Mm-hmm.
And know that
because you might be building a sinking ship instead of a one that's floating.
Right. It may look a lot better, but that moldy one was holding that motherfucker up pretty good.
Right.
And you're gonna have to replace things and get rid of things and add things, and there's so much you're gonna have to do in this lifetime, and it's an everyday thing. And that question you brought up of going back in time, there's a lot of times that I think about that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said this much, man, I wish that I could look at myself in the eyes, right?
Mm-hmm.
At fucking 17, 16.
Right.
Then before I actually started to become an adult.
Right.
And say, look, bruh, this is where you're going to be. It's a great place, but we can add to this by doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Go left when you went right here, and go right when you went left here. But if I did that, and if I decided to make those decisions to change those things, I would not have the same knowledge that I have today. So therefore, 16, 17, 18, all the way through, those everyday decisions I made, and every day that I make a decision today is going to set up the person that I'm going to be tomorrow and in the future.
Right. And
I can't regret it, and you can't regret it. You know what I'm saying? And nobody can regret it. Mm-hmm. You just have to look at what you did, accept the fact that either you made a mistake or the right choice. Learn from those mistakes, learn from the right choices, and press the fuck on and try to get better and try to grow and make decisions, make changes without fear if you have the opportunity of growth.
Very well said. Very well said.
Where's
Sorry about the.
Where's my fucking gavel? Court is adjourned,
right?
boy.
Sorry about the beaming up thing, dude. I need to look that up because there was a point in there. It was a whole article, dude. It was, and I was fascinated by it, about the beaming up and all that kind of stuff. I want to look.
Let's come back this week, and we'll fucking do a whole nother podcast on that shit, bro. We'll do a midweek podcast on that shit. I don't care.
Yeah. So, because it was really interesting. The article was really interesting, but the ship part was the main part and about change. So, I wanted to bring up change, man, because we tend to buck change. So, all right, man. Want to get on to our album review for this week?
Hey, bro. I think bro, are you? Nah, you lying to me, dog.
What?
Give me a second.
What happened?
On the hood, bro. Oh, okay. My bad. It's Chances.
Chances. Oh, you were like,
is it changes? I was like, oh, shit.
So we're viewing Monophonics.
Monophonics. It's only us. Monophonics. R&B soul album.
Right.
I guess it's an LP. It's kind of it's 8 songs, so it's more of an EP.
It's an EP,
but
it's
an LP.
It's an LP.
It's an LP.
It's an LP for sure.
It's an LP. The time wise, it's the LP.
Right, for sure. It's a I know 12 songs, 13 songs that are half the length of this album.
Yeah.
And which is not very long.
Yeah.
It's 40 minutes long. Let me just say, man.
You go ahead, man.
This album is a journey, dude. It's a journey. Now I was telling you earlier, man. I was like, I don't know how you listen to this. I should have told you earlier. You guys have to listen to this album with headphones on. I think it's one of those albums that you almost need to experience it with headphones on at least once. It doesn't have to be every time you listen to it, but I really would encourage everybody to listen to this album with headphones on. There are so many. It sounds like there's a 20-piece band in this.
Oh my god, dude! Sonically,
it's mind blowing.
Fucking incredible.
And as engineers, I know you can appreciate this, but the way you can hear everything going on,
every single instrument,
but the instruments, but then the way they do the vocals with the spacey. Reverb, delay. I don't know, man.
It's right on time, bro.
Holy crap, man.
It's right on time, bro. It's right on time.
I love this album, man. So, I mean, what did you think of the album?
I thought sonically it was incredible, man. It took me back to a place of being a kid. And just, it was it was warm. It was exciting at some points. Again, sonically, it's something that you can lose your consciousness in.
Oh, for sure.
You can really listen to this album and space the fuck out of where you're at. Mm-hmm. And I mean that in a super positive way. Like,
right.
Whatever you're worried about, you can sit down, listen to this album, and really just let it go.
Right. That's why I say journey. That's why the one word, if I were to describe this album, is it will for sure take you on a journey.
Yes.
And it's a pretty magical journey, man. It's, I mean, just straight up, it's such a good album, man.
It's
really
good
do and really did enjoy this
and
one a lot.
It's the right amount of tracks. I'm going to go through, man.
Yeah.
Chances. Great way to start off an album. Very exciting. Suffocating, good song.
Suffocating, dude. Oh, I love Suffocating.
Here's where it gets me, man. Last One Standing.
Last One Standing is an epic song, man.
7 minutes and 17 seconds.
Yeah, 7 minutes long. And that break.
The song ends.
It straight up ends, but it tell me what you're telling me.
And somebody was sitting in the back and was like, "Hey, nah, we gonna keep rolling."
Yeah.
Hey, don't hit stop.
Right.
Don't hit the space bar yet.
Just keep
rolling.
Keep going.
You ready? Let's go.
Right.
And it was just like,
and it was like a jam session for about 3 minutes, man.
Jam session.
Yeah, dope song.
Tunnel Vision.
Ooh.
unbelievable song.
Yes. Tunnel Vision's amazing, dude.
It's Only Us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they just keep going.
Run
for your life.
I love Run for Your Life, man. All in the Family, and then Day by Day.
And that's the way to end a fucking album.
Dude.
Dog. That's the way to end an album.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's like they got you pumped up, and then they just mellowed you out right at the end on some dope shit.
Yeah, man. This album is it's definitely one of a kind, man. Do not run across albums like this very often, especially R&B soul. It's kind of, this is gonna sound bad, but it's not. It sounds old, but it sounds modern at the same time. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Like it. When I mean it sounds old, it sounds like it. They're throwing back, like they're calling from all the old greats, but making it new again, making it modern for this time. So please, whatever score we give this, I would really suggest taking.
This is a nice album, bro.
Taking some time.
Fuck that shit, bro. It's a 10. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all that shit you talking about, man. It's a 10.
It is a 10. This is the first time I think I ever gave an album a 10, dude.
This is a 10, bro.
I love this.
There's not a song on this album that's not good. Not a song. And if you listen to country, you'll like this. If you listen to oldies, you'll like this. If you listen to hip hop, real hip hop, and you came up on real hip hop and soul, you're going to love this.
Right.
You listen to really good R&B, you'll love this. This is going to take you places. This is going to take you across the spectrum of soul R&B.
Yep.
It really is.
Oh, I'm
If you are a soul and an R&B music, sonic instrumentation fan, you are going to get the gamut in this album.
I'm with you.
You're going to get the drums. You're going to get the... I mean, we was listening to one and I was like, yo, is that the trumpet right there? Though?
Yeah. And then I was sitting in the back, like, just
and then the guy was hitting the bass, and then the drums, and then
my gosh, man.
The guitars and the keys and
we were just kind of loosely listening to it just to recap on it,
Yeah, just to refresh.
Because we were like, oh, what's our favorite song? And to be honest with you, man, the album's my favorite song.
The album's my favorite.
It's one of those things.
I'll say Last Man Standing, Tunnel Vision, and I just forgot it. Run for Your Life.
But it's almost it's like a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's straight up like a.
It is sonically a movie. Dog.
It is. It's the best way to.
Great way to put it.
Yeah, it's the best way to describe it.
It's sonically a movie.
Yeah.
Close your eyes and get lost for 40 minutes.
Yes, please go check it out.
Then go get a drink, and then get lost for another 40.
So I want to tell everybody that because we put out a poll of should we separate it. Our album reviews, it was kind of split. Some people said yes, some people said no. So what we decided to do so everybody can hear what this album sounds like, it will be on What You Heard
6 p.m.
at 6 p.m.
Mondays.
Every Monday. I drop it
every Monday at
6 p.m. So please join me live on YouTube. I will be in the chat. Dre will be in the chat. We could chop it up, talk about what you like, what you don't like, or what what you think is good.
Monday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard, Pacific Standard Time at this moment.
Right.
6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Every Monday.
Every Monday
is premiering, and the
first few 2
to 3 songs.
2 to 3 songs that I put in there are going to be Monophonics, and then whatever we review for next week, will be in there. And then the week after that, I'll always put it in the very front so you'll know that that's what you're listening to. And then I'll put it up. Obviously, you guys will see who's familiar with What You Heard.
Right.
I put up the album art, and then we'll put up the song and the artist and stuff like that.
And the links will always
always have the links in
the
there.
YouTube video. So make sure you tune in to What You Heard every freaking Monday, 6 p.m.
Right.
Mountain Standard Time. This dude, he's not only gonna hit you with the review shit, but he's gonna hit you with some new shit. No, man, I mean you've done a great job of
Thanks, man.
previewing the newest music and a lot of stuff that I've not been privy to, and some of it, is not even genres I'd even look into, and I've been like, yo, that's fire. I gotta go check that out.
Right. You never know when music's gonna hit you. I would say this too. Go back and re-listen to some of the older What You Heards. Maybe you already have, and maybe you forgot. If you haven't
watched every goddamn thing on the Gray Space channel, make sure you. If this is your first time seeing us, go back, man. Log in them hours, man.
Yep.
Go see that.
So, anyways, go watch What You Heard to go hear some more music, and then the link will be below. Man, you got anything else?
No, man. Except for, man, thank you guys who have been tuning in. Thank you for every subscriber that we've had. Thank you for, even if you haven't subscribed, for going to watch the videos. Please do subscribe. Please do share these videos with other people. Share the channel with other people. Share the Instagram snippets with other people. Let people know that you're fucking with us, man. If you're fucking with us, let people know. Right. And tune into us every Sunday on YouTube and on Apple and Spotify and Podbean, and tune into my man Zeke here every Monday on What You Heard. Mm-hmm. And just keep rocking with us, man. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We got some interviews coming up soon after this whole quarantine thing. I've got some really dope guests that are going to be in the building real soon here. Hopefully within the next couple months. We'll see how this kind of plays out. So there's going to be a lot of people. We're going to shut our asses up for a couple shows and let some people talk to y'all, and we're just, say a few things. So thank you guys, man. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
For being the people that you are, man. We really appreciate it. Stay safe.
Stay safe. Stay positive.
Stay sanitary.
Right. Wash those hands.
Stay at home as much as possible.
Right.
And as always, this is the Gray Space. Shh.